Disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Do not attempt this at home. Vitiated how to will not be responsible because you decided to be a cheap ass and not hire a professional.
On with the show.
Well, the big question nowadays is homelessness a choice or a have to? Well, being to somebody that has come from literally nothing, it's a choice. Hear me out. Stop and think about it before you get all mad, get your panties in a wad, and your little participation trophy upset, and you start hurting your prostate. Let's think about it for a minute. What was your poor choices? What was your good choices? How'd you do in school? How'd you do in high school? What was your first job? What's your current job? Do an assessment. Because when you start rambling on all this and all that, and oh my God, the inflation's so high. Oh my God, Trump has fucked us all. Oh my God, Harris is screwing everybody. Which all of those may be true if you believe such things. But if you know how the government works, then you know president's just a puppet. They have no say-so whatsoever, literally. Literally. But we'll go on with the question. Is homelessness a choice? Well, beings, I came from quite literally lowest of the lowest of the lowest. I am talking low. Section 8, food stamps, eat in the soup kitchen line as a child because my dad's ex-wife decided to make poor choices. Well, actually, no, back that up. My dad decided to make poor choices and having kids with some bitch that didn't want kids in the first place. So it's kind of my dad's fault because she didn't want kids and he wanted to keep her. So yeah, that didn't work out too well for nobody, not even him. So, did I do good in school? I did good in school at my level because I had to teach myself everything because I'm left-handed. So I had to learn different ways because teachers didn't take the time to teach me. So I learned and had a lot of other problems. So no, I didn't. My grades suffered because of the poor choices the person that was supposed to be taking care of me made. And that's a whole nother subject. So, high school. Did I do good? Yeah, I did good. But I failed. Why? Because I was smart enough to do all the schoolwork, and I refused to do the homework. And I slept in class all the time. But I passed every goddamn test they gave me. And they failed me. Because I slept in class, and I didn't do the homework. If I'm smart enough to pass your dumbass test and sleep through class, I don't need to pass the motherfucker. But that's my choice on that one. As an adult, what was my first job? Well, let's see. My first job was first actual job, not something working with my dad when I was little, because I had to work with my dad to help support us. We both worked. So I started working at 11 with him, and it helped pay my way. That's another story. So, first job was Ponderosa. Why? Because that was my first job as an adult. First tax-paying job. And for the next 3 years, next 3 years, I was kind of in the minimum wage class a little bit. They were minimum wage jobs, but I didn't make minimum wage, except for the first one, and for the first month that I worked at Taco Bell, I made minimum wage. But after that, I didn't for a really long time. So I did I kept the jobs that I wanted. I worked 2 jobs. Did I need to? No. I could afford, with the money I was making, I could afford to live where I was living and how I lived. It wasn't nothing fancy. I had a car I paid for. I had a little dinky ass little apartment. I didn't even watch TV. So I had no cable service whatsoever. I had internet, which was dial-up. I had a computer that I saved up for 3 months, 4 months maybe, working the 2 jobs. And I saved up for the computer. So that was my entertainment. I had a TV over on the side that somebody gave me, but it never turned on until I was seeing some girl. Then it got turned on. But I didn't have none of that shit. That wasn't important to me. But you guys have all this shit. Oh, I gotta have DoorDash. Oh, I gotta have Netflix. I gotta have Amazon Prime. I gotta have Hulu. I gotta have Max. I gotta have all these other streaming services. I gotta have my vapes. I gotta have all that. I didn't have none of that. I had a car, was 1. An apartment was 2. And a computer was 3. That's all I needed. I didn't need all that other garbage. I was living my life doing other shit. I didn't need all that fucking bullshit. Okay? Now let's fast forward. I stayed working 2 jobs for a really long time. Did I need to? No. I loved going to concerts. That's what I blew my money on. So there's that. If I didn't go to those concerts, my 1 job that I was making good money at, would have been sufficed. But I was greedy. You people, your biggest thing now is, oh, my work life and my home life got to be equal. Motherfucker, it don't work that way. If you want to be successful, that'll never happen. And all you clowns, oh, I don't want to live to survive. Well, I'll be flat out with you. What do you think human beings have done for 30,000 years? You think they sit back in a goddamn recliner and say, oh man, I want to just watch some Netflix? Nah, motherfucker, they survived. That's what we're built to do, survival. Not sit back and piss and moan on TikTok and Facebook, oh, I'm so poor, but steadily ordering Uber Eats and fucking DoorDash and wonder why you're broke. So there's that. Now, I'm doing pretty good. Doing this, doing that. I got somebody that works as hard as I do. So that's where it's at. Now back to you. What was your choices? Did you have kids? Did you have kids at a young age? Did you have kids that you couldn't afford? Let's do a little math on that. In 92, when I figured this out, 1 child costed $1 million from the time that kid was born till the day that kid turned 18. That didn't include college, and that did not include health care of any kind assistance. That included you paying for that child by yourself with no medical insurance, no food stamps, no welfare, no Social Security. That's out of your pocket alone was $1 million. 1 child. And I did the math and I'm like, that's a waste of $1 million. Fuck that shit. Now, some of you motherfuckers got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Steadily living off government assistance that my tax paying is paying for. But oh, I'm not supposed to be mad about it. No. That's homophobic. That's racist. That's misogynist. See, that's the problem with you ass clowns. You got too much time to whine about shit instead of working. Okay? Now we're at that point. Okay? Now, I got a whole bunch of people that I've known. I got a few acquaintances and I got a few buddies that have literally started from nothing. I got 2 Haitian friends, they're buddies of mine, that one of them, I'm not saying his name and I'm not going to say how it happened, but he came to this country from the Bahamas. Literally did not have a dime in his name, and all he had was the clothes on his back. No shit. In 5 years, that motherfucker's credit score was 750, 800. Bullshit you not. That motherfucker could get a $400,000 home in 2000. That's crazy. He came to this country. He went to high school. He graduated with honors in high school. Went to college to be a dentist. Became a dentist. His brother did the same thing, but ended up being a nurse. They got kicked out of this country because your President Obama didn't want them here. They were productive people of society, but he wasn't interested in that, so they had to go. Another kid, Haitian kid. Notice I didn't say American. Haitian kid, young kid. He was working. He worked 2 jobs. I knew him probably 4 years. Yeah, knew him 4 years. Within that time, he had a brand new 2003 Ford Excursion, the big one. And I think it was whenever the new ZX12 came out. I don't remember what year it was, but that's when he did all this. Because he got the brand new Excursion, and he got a brand new fucking ZX14 that was sitting in his goddamn living room, brand new off the showroom floor. Not a mile went on it. They had just come out. Why? Because he was a hard-working person. He wasn't homeless. Another buddy of mine, his family came over from Hong Kong, started with absolutely nothing, and built their shit up. Oh, it was different times. It was different. Motherfucker, when you are poor and you have zero, it don't matter what time it is. It's hard. I've been there. I've been to the bottom 3 times, and I've come out from the bottom. So there's no excuse for that. My dad started from the bottom. Started at 11 years old. Couldn't read or fucking write. Motherfucker did all right. He took care of me, and I had a place to stay. I had food to eat. I had to help out a little bit, but he was doing good by himself. I was costly, like I just mentioned. Kids are costly. So, people on social media, again, whining about, oh, I'm hungry. Oh, I'm starving. I need money. I need food. Stand on the side of the road. I need food. Motherfucker, I'll tell you what. If this world ever went to shit, or there was ever a power outage in America, and how they talk 90% of the population would be gone in 30 days, promise you, motherfucker, my ass will be alive. Everything will be on the menu. Everything. I've met people that, when I moved to where I moved, down in the South, people were poor. Why? Because they made poor choices. They decided to have 3 kids that they couldn't afford, so they were in a poorhouse because it was expensive. You know what they did? Motherfucker got a hunting license and got part of a hunting club. And that food fed his entire family the whole fucking year. What he caught out in the wild, and I'm not really for hunting, but probably should now because we kill too many animals. In the first place, humans do, so I try not to kill anything, but it's coming to the point we can't trust the government because they're killing us with this garbage food. But back to the other. He would go, and that's what he did for the entire year, was have that food. And it was whatever the hunting season is, I guess, October, November to December, January, whatever the hell the hunt season is, it was wherever it is in our state. And that's what he did. He got that much food for him, his wife, and 3 kids. So they had food. Oh, I don't want to eat the same thing every night. Motherfucker, when you make poor choices, you do what you got to do. There was times that, my wife hates the shit, but I'm the leftover king. That shit's going to get ate until it's gone. We ain't going to fucking we don't throw shit away here. Either we eat it or my dogs eat it. It does not get wasted. That's from being fucking broke ass and starving as a child. I don't waste shit. Nothing. So, that right there alone shows you. Oh, and my personal favorite. as long as you have a mouth, you should never be broke. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. So, you need to do an assessment of your life and figure out what you need to do. Oh, here's my other personal favorite. Oh, there ain't no jobs. Oh my God, there ain't no jobs. I got a degree, but there ain't no jobs. Well, take a look on social media. Look at TikTok. Look how you motherfuckers act. There's plenty of jobs. Trust me. In the state I'm in, hell, me driving from where I live to where I'm at, 1,200 miles. Everywhere I went, they were fucking now hiring signs. Hell, right down, I can walk to the damn thing. Well, take me a while. But you can walk to the damn Burger King down the street. They're hiring $20 a goddamn hour in this little ass town I live in. This little dinky town. $20 an hour. $16 an hour just to sit on your ass. I mean, everywhere's hiring. If it ain't hiring for what you want in your city, go find another place to go. I did it. I know a lot of other people that did it. I know a lot of people right now that fucking do it. Travel electricians, traveling plumbers, traveling welders. Hell, I just met a guy that the company he works for makes jars for like the candles that you put in jars from like fucking TJ Maxx and Bed Bath & Beyond. He works for a company that does that, and he travels all over the country working for them. Hell, my fucking daughter is working remotely in another goddamn state than her job. Why? Because she's good at what she does, and I was her teacher. I raised a really good ass kid to be self-sufficient. Her brother's the same way. He's running his own shit now. He has been for fucking a few years now. He's been doing all right. If you quit blowing money on goddamn video games, he'd be all right. So yeah, everybody starts from nothing. It's what you make of it in the beginning is how it's going to end. So if you want to be somewhere, you make it. If there's a will, you can make a way. Whether you want to or not. I've had many jobs I didn't like. I don't know what to tell you. Stop making poor choices.